What is the best ride at the Disneyland Resort? We're about to find out right now. What is up, everyone? Welcome to this episode of Damien Does Disney, which is also known as D3. In this episode, we're going to talk about the top 10 best rides at the Disneyland Resorts. For those of you who are new to this channel, welcome. Thank you for your support. I know you have a lot of other options out there to get your Disney fix. I really appreciate you. And for those of you guys who are already part of the D3 family, welcome back to the ride. With that being said, folks, let's go. All right, everyone. During these last few weeks during this quarantine series, we've talked about a lot of good Disney topics. First, we talked about the top 5 quick service restaurants at the Disneyland Resort. Next, we talked about the top 10 best sweet treats or best desserts at the Disneyland Resort. But this week, we're going to switch it up a bit. We're going to talk about the top 10 attractions and rides, in my opinion, of course, at the Disneyland Resort. With that being said, folks, let's get this party started. All right, folks, coming in at number 10 on my list of the top 10 rides at the Disneyland Resort is, of course, Goofy Sky School over at Disney's California Adventure. Now, if you're not familiar with Goofy Sky School is a mouse coaster, a classic mouse coaster. You know, it's themed after, Goofy. So anyway, you start off the ride like you're taking off, like going on your flight lesson. Then you make a series of hairpin turns that makes you feel like you're about to go flying off the side of the tracks. Then you go into this nosedive, which is an awesome airtime drop in my opinion. Then you come in for a nice bumpy landing. It's an amazing family-friendly roller coaster ride. It's fun, folks. I just love it. Plus, it has an awesome single rider line, so that makes it on my top 10 list right there. So again, coming in at number 10, folks, is Goofy Sky School at Disney's California Adventure. Now, coming in at number 9 on my list of top 10 rides at the Disneyland Resort, we stay over at California Adventure, where we venture across the park towards Cars Land, which is the home of Radiator Springs Racers. Yes, indeed, folks, this is number 9 on my list. I love this ride to death, especially the finale of this ride where you race side by side down the track, over banks and stuff like that. Another couple of airtime hills. It's a really amazing attraction, folks. It's family friendly. It's so much fun. Again, number 9 on my list is Radiator Springs Racers at California Adventure. Now, coming in at number 8 on my list of top 10 rides at the Disneyland Resort, you go back across the way towards Disneyland, but this time you go into a galaxy far, far away over in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, where of course is the Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run. Now, this ride is amazing, folks. It's like the upgraded version of Star Tours, but you're flying inside of the Millennium Falcon, the actual replica of the Millennium Falcon. It's amazing. I love this ride to death. Plus, it's like a ride where it requires teamwork. If you even if you're going solo, it's really fun. But you can make a lot of good friends on this ride. You can work together, with the controls. You can pilot the Millennium Falcon. Be a pilot, be a co-pilot. You could be either a gunner, also you could be an engineer. All positions are fun in this ride. But hey, you can make those credits. You gotta make those credits. You gotta make that money to stay on by 2. It's a really fun attraction, folks. Again, coming in at number 8 on my list is the Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run over at Galaxy's Edge at Disneyland. Now, coming in at number 7 on my list of top 10 rides at the Disneyland Resort, we stay over at Disneyland, we leave by 2 or Galaxy's Edge and venture across the park towards Adventureland. This time we get on Indiana Jones and the Temple of the Forbidden Eye. This ride is amazing, folks. Even though this ride is 25 years old, it still packs a punch. You journey through this ride, you go through try to find the Fountain of Youth, you try to find treasure, you try to find good luck and all that stuff. It's really amazing ride. You have like a bunch of things coming at you. You have giant obstacles. You have the signature ball rolling towards you at the end. It's an amazing attraction, folks. It gets me every time. Again, coming in at number 7 on my list of top 10 rides at the Disneyland Resort is the Indiana Jones ride. Coming in at number 6 on my list of top 10 rides at the Disneyland Resort, we're going to start and tackle the mountain range at Disneyland, the famous mountain ranges. But coming in at number 6 of the mountain ranges is, of course, the Matterhorn bobsleds over in Fantasyland. Now, this ride is a classic ride. It's the first tubular coaster ever built. If you guys did not know that, it's about 61 years old now. It's 2020, yeah, about 61 years old now. Still packs a punch. It has, even though it's a little bit bumpy in places like that, might mess up your back, but hey, it's worth it. I love this ride to death. But plus you have the classic Yeti, you know, Harold, that scares the crap out of you throughout the mountain. It's a really fun attraction, folks. Might be a little bit scary for kids, but hey, like I said, I always get a kick out of it, you know, all the bumps and turns and things like that in this mountain, especially at night. So again, coming in at number 6 on my list is the Matterhorn bobsleds. Now coming in at number 5 on my top 10 rides at the Disneyland Resort, we venture over towards Frontierland, where we experience the wildest ride in the wilderness. Of course, folks, number 5 on my list is the Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. Yes, indeed, folks, this is the best classic family-friendly coaster, you know, for the kids. It's themed after the Wild Wild West, you know. Nice, gentle ride, you know, couple of helix turns and things like that. Nothing too radical, nothing too crazy, but it's perfect. Like I said, it's a perfect beginner coaster for the family. Again, coming in at number 5 on my list of top 10 rides at the Disneyland Resort is the Big Thunder Mountain Railroad over in Frontierland. Now, coming in at number 4 on my list of the top 10 rides at the Disneyland Resort is the last of the Mountain series, of course. We venture over towards Tomorrowland, where we get on Space Mountain. Yes, indeed, folks, Space Mountain is one of my favorite rides of all time at Disneyland. You know, especially after I discovered the single rider line. But the best ride, I used to be afraid of this ride when I was a kid, but I just love it to death now. It's so fast in the dark. You know, especially the different versions of it. You have, you know, just recently had like the Hyperspace Mountain. Then during Halloween time, they have like the Ghost Galaxy, which is also amazing. You know, just a different version. Each version of this ride is amazing, but I really love the Hyperspace Mountain version of this ride. It's just think that's a Star Wars, but totally knockout ride. My favorite ride at Disneyland altogether. Again, coming in at number 4 on my list of the top 10 rides at the Disneyland Resort is Space Mountain over in Tomorrowland. All right, folks, now we're at the big boys now. We're at the top 3 rides at the Disneyland Resort. Now coming in at number 3 on my list of top 10 rides at the Disneyland Resort, we leave Disneyland and go back across the way toward Disney California Adventure. But this time, we go over into Pixar Pier, where of course, this is the home of the Incredicoaster. Yes, indeed, folks, the Incredicoaster is number 3 on my list. Now, if you're not familiar, the Incredicoaster used to be California Screaming Coaster, but they rethemed it a few years back. I believe in 2017, which is themed after the Incredibles. So it has a better storyline to it. Pretty much you, Jack, he escapes being babysat, and you know, you take off, you know, the different characters try to catch him. It's amazing. It's really amazing at nighttime. You know, all the lights take effect and everything like that. Really amazing coaster. Again, coming in at number 3 on the list on my top 10 rides at the Disneyland Resort is the Incredicoaster over at California Adventure. Now, coming in at number 2 on my list on my top 10 rides at the Disneyland Resort, we stay over at California Adventure, but this time we venture over towards what is going to be now known as Adventures Campus. Now, of course, the best ride, arguably in the park at California Adventure, is Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout. Yes, indeed, folks, it's formerly known as Tower of Terror, but that's a whole different story. Guardians is much better attraction than Tower of Terror. Fight me on it. I'll tell you the truth. I did a comparison video on it. You can look it up. But Guardians of the Galaxy kicks butt. This ride is amazing. It's like Tower of Terror on steroids. This ride has 6 versions. The thing I love most about this attraction is the soundtrack of this attraction. Kick butt soundtrack on it. You know, it has 6 different versions of it. You have the Jackson 5, you have Parliament, you have Pat Benatar, you have Elvis Presley. I'll leave a couple out, but amazing soundtrack. It brings you up and down. Bunch of free fall time, bunch of airtime, killer free fall time, airtime on this ride. I just love it. Again, number 2 on my list of top 10 rides at the Disneyland Resort is at California Adventure. Over at Adventures Campus is Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout. Alright folks, now we are at the moment of truth. The number 1 ride, in my opinion, at the Disneyland Resort. Now this ride is amazing. It's at Disneyland, of course. And it's, of course, in a galaxy far, far away, over in Batuu, over at Galaxy's Edge. Now, folks, you know what I'm about to say. Number 1 ride at the Disneyland Resort is Rise of the Resistance. Oh my goodness, folks. This ride is it. The best ride ever created in Disney history. This ride has a combination of all the top 5 rides I just mentioned. This ride has a combination of Space Mountain. is a ride combination of Guardians of the Galaxy, everything. I mean, Haunted Mansion, Pirates of the Caribbean, all wrapped up into one amazing attraction. You live the attraction. Like the ride says, like they say, you experience this attraction. It's amazing. I cannot tell you enough. I'll probably do a special vlog on this. I already did a vlog review of this ride before, but I'll probably do a special point of view walkthrough of this ride or ride through this ride in the future. But this ride, folks, you can argue with me all you want, but all of you guys who experience Rise of the Resistance will agree. This by far is the best ride / attraction ever created in the history of Disney. Oh my goodness, it's perfect. Again, folks, number one on my list is Rise of the Resistance over at Galaxy's Edge at Disneyland. Well, folks, there you have it. That's the list of my top 10 rides at the Disneyland Resort. I hope you really enjoyed this episode like I did. I would like to hear from you guys in the comments below. What is your favorite ride, in your opinion, at the Disneyland Resort? Do you agree with me with the Rise of Resistance? Or do you think it's Guardians of the Galaxy? Or is it something like Pirates of the Caribbean? This should really be fun. I would like to hear your comments. Also, I hope you guys are really enjoying this quarantine series. Let me know what you guys think about this special quarantine series I'm doing right now. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a challenge for all of us, especially us Disney fans. We can't go to the parks, but hey, this is the next best thing. I would love to bring my love of Disney, continue to bring my love of Disney to you guys. I have a lot of cool episodes coming up. One in particular you guys have voted on my Twitter page and also on Facebook on which Lego model should I design or should I build. The choices were the Disney Castle and the other choice was the Steamboat Willie model. But of course, the Disney Castle is out of stock right now, which means I'm gonna go with the Steamboat Willie model. That's gonna be fun in the next couple of weeks. So stay tuned for that, folks. And last but not least, if you like this video, go ahead and click that like button below. But more importantly, if you like me, go ahead and click that subscribe button below and become a member of the D3 family. And remember, folks, to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and also on Twitter. Stay safe, everyone. See you real soon.